Here are the 5 biggest challenges that cloud operations professionals are facing right now. We talk to hundreds of cloud operations professionals a month, and here are the things that are bothering them the most. The first one is that cloud spend is out of control. And sometimes it's really, really out of control. And other times you just have engineers that spin things up in sandbox accounts that they shouldn't. Whether big or small, the challenge is rough when you can spend $10, $20, $50,000 overnight and not even know it. The next challenge that we hear the most is overprivileged cloud access. A lot of times it's really difficult to map specific permissions back to users and groups inside of your identity provider. So in order to allow people to get the work done that they need to, you give them a role that is larger in scope than they should have, or you just give, worst case scenario is you give them admin. Obviously isn't very good. So it increases your risk and your blast radius in the event of a breach or a compromise, and ultimately can allow for negligent things to happen and things to get deleted that shouldn't be. Another common challenge we hear is cloud account sprawl without baselines. And now that cloud adoption is really accelerating more and more, there are teams spinning up more and more accounts, and a lot of them are doing it without any baselines or configurations, and that leads to a lot of inconsistent operations and a lack of governance overall. And this is really increasing costs and also increasing risk, as well as the operational burden on the CloudOps team. The next challenge that we hear is existing tools generate more work. There are a ton of point solutions that people are buying, and the problem is that a lot of them are just really noisy or give the team more work instead of actually reducing the workload. So finding ways to consolidate your tools to reduce your tech spending is also a trend we see coming, but finding a way to consolidate that spend and also buying tools that actually reduce your workload through automation or other means. And the last challenge that we see is that time gets wasted on low-level tasks. So because of all this work find and fix tools are generating, we're really seeing that teams are spending a lot of time doing tasks that really don't move the needle. And in a world where more and more cloud is being adopted, you have generative AI workloads that are more and more expensive. You really can't be wasting your time on low-level tasks. And unfortunately, that's where a majority of CloudOps teams find themselves spending their time. Follow us for part 2, where we can show you how you can solve these challenges in your multi-cloud environment.